Hey guys, it's Kat. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my favorites, my current favorites. It's not really monthly favorites because it's too late for monthly favorites and it's too early for the next one. So this is just going to be what I'm currently loving, using, and have opinions on. So this is actually being filmed on St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patty's Day. And I'm just going to jump in because I have a feeling this is going to be a long video. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with makeup. Number one product that I've been using this month that I really like is this powder foundation by Kat Von D. And this is the Lock It Powder Foundation. The shade that I'm using is in medium 52. I'm not wearing it today because I'm wearing another foundation that I'm going to show you. But this is what I usually go for on most days where I don't really feel like doing too much to my face. And I just want to add a little bit of something. I want to look a little bit put together, just throw some of this on and some mascara, and I feel good. So this is a really thick powder. It's very, very creamy, and it has a lot of coverage. So this is a really good foundation, powder foundation for on the go. If you were looking for something where you can just dust on, throw on some mascara, lip gloss, and out the door, this is probably a good bet just because it has really good coverage. And yeah, the lasting power is not the greatest. Like I will say about 4 or 5 hours. So it's definitely not something that I would reach for if I want it to last all night. It's just something that I would use on the go. It's very easy to apply on the go because it has a little sponge that I do use when I'm doing my makeup in the car, at the office, wherever I am. You need to get your face on really quick. This is something that I definitely would recommend that you check out. Thumbs up, Kat Von D. The other foundation that I was talking about, this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. Now I am going to be doing a full review of this foundation by itself, but I just wanted to mention that I have been using it. I really like the consistency of it, and currently it is one of my favorite foundations that I've been using. I've been using this one, the Kat Von D, and my good old Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. Really nice foundation so far, but like I said, stay tuned for my review. I want to really do a full detailed video on that, but just wanted to mention that I do like it. So this lip liner by MAC, this is Strip Down. This is like my perfect lip color lip liner because it's like legit the same color as my lips, just a little bit darker. So I can use this to overline my lips. I can use this with a whole bunch of different nudes. Today I used it with a darker brownie, more brownie color. But this is just a really good color for any darker brownish nude mauves. I don't know. I just think it's like my universal lip liner, and I didn't have it. I think I bought it maybe like 2 months ago or something like that. I don't remember. But I just started using it and I just am in love. Really love this lip liner. The shade that I'm using on my lips right now is Dubai by NYX. This is the Soft Matte Lip Creams. It's one of their new ones. I think it's one of their new shades. I'm not quite sure, but this shade is everything right now. I love, 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 love it. I do have to apply like 2 coats of it to get it to be this opaque and dark, but once it's on, and there's no transfer. It's not going anywhere. So I really, really like this shade, and I really like this formula. I think it's a really overrated lip formula right now. Everybody's into the Anastasia, all these different brands. I mean, those are amazing, but these are really good too. So I just wanted to shout this one out in particular because I really love this shade right now. Another shade that I love, love, love is this one by Too Faced, and this is their Melted Chocolate Liquefied Longwear Lipstick, and this is in Chocolate Cherries, and that's what the packaging looks like. I really like these as well. These are not fully matte, but they're definitely not as shiny, I guess, on the lips. And I'll show you the color, which is what I love. It's like a dark brown, but with like a hint of red, and it just is beautiful. So beautiful. Every time I wear this color, like I get so many compliments. Chocolate Cherries by Too Faced. I love it. And it smells like chocolate. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness. Another shade that I picked up this month that I just loved, and I just can't believe it took me so long to get it, mainly because it was sold out everywhere. And I mainly got it for the name because my name is Kat, obviously, and this is Catnip by Anastasia, and I just thought I needed it, like, come on. But upon wearing it, I discovered that I just am obsessed with this color. And now, I'm not a person that likes to wear a lot of pink shades. I absolutely hate really, really pink lipsticks on me, and you can probably go through a lot of my videos and you'll never see me wear like a super, super bubblegum pink lip color because I just don't like it. I don't really even like pink. I'll choose a nude over a pink any day of the week. But this is a pink that I can do, and it looks like that. Now I think it's coming off a little bit really light on camera. Once it dries down on my lips, it's kind of like a more pinky red, and it's like the perfect pinky red shade ever. Like I think it almost becomes like a neutral because it's like a stain almost. I don't know how to describe it. I have posted a picture of this lip color on my Instagram, so if you want to check that out, please just hop on over, come say hi. But I love it. I love the formula. These are really, really great. And then the last lip thing that I want to talk about is a lip gloss, and this is by Buxom, and this is their full-on lip cream in the shade Bellini. Now, I don't know why they call it a full-on lip cream. It's definitely just a gloss. The color is really faint. I'll show you a swatch. It kind of just gives you like a faint wash of color. It's right there. That's Bellini. It's not super, it's not opaque at all, but what I really like is the formula. Now, I opt for gloss, like I said, when I'm on the go, don't want to do too much to my lips or face in general, and I just want to look a little bit polished. So this is exactly what I like about it because it really gives a really healthy glow to your lips. It plumps them up. It has that menthol feeling, and it kind of just freshens up my breath as well. So I really like these glosses. Now these are super, super sticky. Keep that in mind when you're looking at these. If you don't like sticky, stay away from these because you're not going to like them. But what's the upside of that is that it's very long lasting. So this gloss will last you for hours and hours and hours. So I really like that. The last makeup item that I want to talk about is this baby right here, and this is the YSL Touche Éclat Neutralizer in Apricot Beige, I believe. Now I have a full review of this product, but I just want to mention that I still am in love with it. I still use it every single day before I apply my concealer, and I just really think it makes a difference in the way that my makeup looks in general. Just ever since I started using this, like I've noticed that my in pictures, my dark circles don't look as pronounced, and I just look more well rested, and I just use so little of this, and it really gets the job done. Now today I went a little bit overboard just because I pumped out a little bit too much. I do have a makeup tutorial coming up, that's why I say that. So just keep that in mind when if you own this, you really only need to pump it once, and that distributes enough product to do both eyes. I think today I did one of those, like I did 1, 2, 3, and it was just like, and I didn't want to waste it, so I did apply a bit too much underneath my eyes today. I know that there's so many different companies coming out with color correcting little pens like this. But what I think really makes the difference with this is how light it is in texture, how lightweight it feels underneath your eyes, and how it doesn't crease, and it doesn't feel sticky or anything. So I really like this, and I would definitely repurchase it once I'm done with it. And I've been using it every single day, and it's still going strong. Like I said, you only need the slightest amount, and it gets the job done. Now I'm going to move on to some skincare products because I do have a couple that I want to mention. The first is this mask right here. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Irish Moor Mud Purifying Black Mask. Now that's so appropriate. It's an Irish mask, St. Patty's Day. Now this is a mud mask, and you can see I'm pretty much almost done with it. And I've been trying to get every single last use out of this little sucker. This came in a set of 3 Peter Thomas Roth masks. I think it was for like 25 bucks on Sephora. But this is definitely my favorite. This is a really great detoxifying mask that it does not dry out my skin. It doesn't make my skin feel like it's about to like crack. It just really purifies my pores, cleanses out everything, all the gunk out of my pores. And it leaves my skin really feeling refreshed, hydrated, and just really nice and plump. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in it that makes it so different. Maybe it is the Irish mud. I don't know. But I think I like this a little bit better than I like my Glam Glow. So if you find Glam Glow is a little bit too harsh for your skin and you just don't like it, give this a try. I would suggest getting the little pack. Because it's definitely worth it. It brings 2 other masks. One's a cucumber one, the other one's a gold one for firming. And you can like multitask, multi-mask like they're doing right now, like everybody's doing right now. Is a really good purifying mask. I highly recommend it. Another skincare product that has really blown me away lately is this cream. And this is by Kiehl's. This is their Ultra Facial Cream. And it says Greenland's first Ascent 24-hour everyday hydrating formula with extracts of glacial glycoproteins and desert plants. Now this is a heavier cream, and you can see, I don't know if you can tell, I've been using this every single day for the last couple of months. And I barely have made a dent into it. And it's a very, very thick hydrating cream. My skin has been super, super dry. And this has been the only thing to really salvage it. Now, as the temperature changes, I always change up my skincare, especially my cleansers and my moisturizers. And this has just been the best one that I found for my skin at its current state. Right now, it's very dry and patchy, and it's actually been breaking out because I stopped using a product that I'm about to show you. But this has just been such a nice, nourishing cream. I can't tell you enough. I've gone through all my other moisturizers and they just weren't doing it for me. Like, they didn't have enough moisture in them. But this, oh, so nice. Like, I literally put it on my face and I can just feel like my skin just like soak it up, and I'm like, oh, so nice. I love, love, love this cream. This was actually a Christmas gift from my brother. Because I hadn't actually explored anything from the Kiehl's line, but after trying this, I'm very curious and I want to try more stuff. Okay, next is two products by Paula's Choice, and Paula's Choice you can order online. The first I've used before, and I just actually repurchased another bottle, and this is their Clinical 1% Retinol Treatment. Now, I've mentioned before that I do think retinols are very useful in your skincare routine. I think that they definitely make a difference, and it's one of those products where you can use for like about 2 weeks and you'll start to notice a difference in your skin. Now, this is what it looks like. Now, retinol is used for various reasons. You can use it because of psoriasis, eczema, acne, wrinkles, scarring, a whole multitude of things that retinols help with. And this one's, I guess, one of their strongest ones without being prescribed. So a retinol is over the counter. A retinoid would be prescribed by a doctor. I've never tried a retinoid yet. I might venture into that. But for now, I've just been doing over the counter. And this one I found has been my favorite. This one says that it improves skin's firmness and elasticity, smooths deep wrinkles and fine lines, reduces dark spots, refines pores. I've used, like I said, a whole bottle of it already, and I loved how it made my skin just nicer. Like, my skin was just smoother. I use it mainly for texture around my cheeks. When I stopped using this, I noticed that my cheeks just kind of like, I don't know, it gets like bumpy there, and I just don't like it, and I start to break out a lot more as well. So this just keeps my skin in check. It just helps with skin cell regeneration. It just is a really great thing to add to your skincare. Now, I'm not saying that you specifically need to get this one. This is just the one that I've been using. I used to use one by Neutrogena before, and I've used one by La Rock, I think that's what it's called. It comes like in a gold bottle. The only thing that I recommend is when you're buying a retinol that you make sure that it comes in really opaque packaging. Like, if it comes in an open container like this cream does, it's not going to be as effective, and you're pretty much just throwing your money down the drain. You want to make sure that it comes in a really dark, opaque packaging like this, where it's pumped out, or it comes in a squeezy tube that is like metal-ish, or really just really, really dark. Because a retinol's life depends on its packaging. If it's out in the open or exposed to the sun, it's just not going to be as effective, and you're pretty much just wasting your time. So I really like this one by Paula's Choice. I think it was recommended by a subscriber, and you know who you are. Thank you so much for recommending the line. So far, I've been using a couple of their products and I really like it. The next product is this one. Whoa. The next product is this one, and this is the Skin Perfecting 2% BHA Liquid Salicylic Acid. Now, this is a liquid exfoliant, and that's another thing that I definitely recommend you add to your skin regimen. Now, I was using before actual physical exfoliators, you know, like little beads to exfoliate my skin, and I found that that was really irritating my skin, and it was just like making the areas where I was red even more red, and just, I don't know, I didn't enjoy it. So I've been using this instead, and I use this maybe about once or twice a week. I just wet a cotton pad, and I put it, I just buy a cotton pad and I just put it all over my face. And you don't physically exfoliate your skin, but it's more of like a chemical exfoliant. And it has BHA, which is also great for more radiance in your skin and just less dullness, and it just really helps. Especially that I'm using a retinol. When you first start using a retinol, I forgot to mention this, you might have a little bit of sensitivity to it, and your skin's gonna start to flake. It's gonna start to flake, and it might be a little bit red. I mean, it really depends on the person. Not everybody's gonna have the same reaction, but when I started using a retinol, I noticed that my skin was peeling, and I was a little bit more sensitive. So I definitely needed to use some kind of exfoliant enter this baby, and that's what it's been doing. And I really like it. It's gentle, it doesn't irritate my skin, and I just prefer using this over like an exfoliant. Every now and then I'll go in with one of those exfoliators, but for the most part I prefer using this. I think that this is a little bit more gentle on my skin. Now if you experience redness, or your skin is a little bit sensitive to this, I think it recommends that you start using it maybe like twice a week or 3 times a week, not every single night. And you really need only the smallest amount. Like, you don't have to apply like a whole blob to get it over your face. And I still use a moisturizer after I use this. Like, I don't just use only this. I'll go in with an oil or my cream, my Kiehl's cream at night. So I mentioned that I do also change up my cleanser, and I've been using this one by First Aid Beauty. I was a die-hard Purity fan. I still love that cleanser, but I wanted to give something else a go just because I've been using that for so long, for like about 1.5 years, and I just wanted to try something new. And I had tried this one before, and I just wanted to try it again just to see if I really liked it, and I do. And this is the First Aid Beauty Face Cleanser with Fab Antioxidant Booster. It says it's safe for sensitive skin, no parabens, harsh chemicals, or colorants. I got the sample version. I think this was like about $5 or $8, but it's pretty hefty amount. There's a 1 ounce in here, and I've been using it for like the last two to 3 weeks. And it's just a really gentle cleanser, but it gets everything off my face. I don't feel like I need to clean my face with anything else. Like, it gets off mascara, it gets off all my foundation, my lip stuff. I think it does a really great job, and it doesn't irritate my skin, and it doesn't dry it out, which is one of my main concerns with cleansers. I don't like them when they dry out my skin, just because it just sets the tone for like my whole entire night routine. Like, if I feel like my face is really dry, I'm like, uh-oh, I have to go in with this and I have to go in with that and fix it with that. So I prefer using a cleanser that's not as drying or harsh on my skin, and I like this one a lot by First Aid Beauty. Okay, moving on to some hair stuff. So I've been experimenting with a whole bunch of hair stuff since I've cut my hair, and at first I wasn't really sure if I liked it, but I'm getting used to it. I've learned how to style it and how to play around with it, and currently I'm pretty happy with the state of my hair. So I first started with this shampoo and conditioner, and this is by Suave, and this is their strengthening shampoo and strengthening conditioner with biotin infusion. I've mentioned before in some of my videos that I'm kind of like a shampoo snob, just because my mom is a hairstylist, so she has access to all these higher end brands, and I've just never had to really go and buy shampoo from, like, you know, Target or any of those stores. I just get it from the salon. So I ventured out to try this because it said that it was just as good as Pureology Strength Cure conditioner and shampoo, and it's supposed to help with breakage. And I was experiencing a lot of breakage in my hair. It was dry and it was just breaking off, and I was just going crazy because I was like, oh my god, my hair's falling out. So I started using this, and I'm pretty much done with it. I'm like down here, and I really like these products. This shampoo smells amazing. Whoops, I shouldn't have opened that. It smells really good, and I just did notice that my hair was not breaking as often. It was definitely stronger, and it just felt like I could, you know, work with it. I could brush it and not be scared that it was gonna break off. So I really like this. Now, I've heard from a hairstylist that you don't want to keep using something that's strengthening for your hair, especially if it has protein or anything in it. You just want to use like a whole bottle and then move on to something else. And since I really liked these products, and it said that it was just as good as Pureology, I was like, you know what? let's try the real deal. So I did go ahead and I purchased the Pureology Smooth Perfection shampoo and conditioner, and that's what they look like. They're definitely smaller in size. You can see that. How much does this bring? This brings 8.5 and this brings 12.6. So it's definitely a difference in size and definitely in price, obviously. But I just was really curious about this line since I've never tried it. And I really, really like these shampoo and conditioner as well. I think that my hair just felt so nice and smooth after I used it. And my hair is really frizzy. And it's wavy, it's very unruly, so I felt like it just really smoothed my hair out. And I've only used this for about a week and a half, and I'm obsessed. I really, really like it. And I noticed that I don't have to go in with as many products when I style my hair. They smell so good. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Along with that, I've also discovered 2 new styling products that I really like, and these are by Matrix. And the first one is the one that I was talking about in my last video, and this is their Curl Please Super Defrizzer, and it's a curl defining gel. And this just makes my hair so nice and curly, and just the waves just look so much nicer. Like, my hair isn't super, super curly, like I don't get ringlets, but I do get like beachy waves, and this just brings out every single one of them, and I love, 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 love it. Now, the key to using this is make sure that your hair is not soaking wet. Make sure that your hair is about, I would say about 80% dry, and then you use this. You apply it to your hands, and then you just run it through like the ends, and then you just scrunch. And that's what I did in my last video with my hair looked like that. Like, it was still semi-wet, but it was still like super nice and bouncy because of this. Now, this gel is different because it's not super sticky. It doesn't make your hair stiff. It doesn't make your hair feel like you can't touch it. Which is why I used to shy away from gels, because I don't like that feeling in my hair. I used to go for a mousse because I felt like the mousse left it a little bit softer. But I really, really like this gel, and this was recommended by a subscriber. She snapped me, and I was like, oh my god, I have to get it, and I got it the next day, and I really, really like it. So thank you so, so much for recommending it. I really like this. And then since I was already there looking for that, I saw this and I decided just to try it because I really like, my hair's shorter, so I think that texture in this kind of hairstyle is what makes it look the best. Right now it just has some hairspray in it, but anyway, this is the Rocket Texture Sea Salt Spray. Now, I've had really bad luck with sea salt sprays. I've tried so many in the past before that I've purchased that have been sent to me in like Ipsy bags and different subscription things. And I just got examples from Sephora as well. But this one is the only one that I actually like. This is, it doesn't make my hair feel like oily or like dirty, and it smells really, really good. Let me see if I can remember the scent. Yeah, it just smells super clean. I definitely can smell like a little bit of salt in there. Yeah, it does have sea salt, but it's so lightweight and it definitely brings out the waves in my hair. And I would use this in the same way that I use the gel. I wait until my hair is about 80% dry, and I just spritz it and then I scrunch. You can definitely use a diffuser for either of those products. I don't go in with that much, you know, don't go in with that much trouble. I just scrunch, 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 because if I'm gonna do my hair wet looking like that, I don't have time to go in with a diffuser and all that. For that, I'll just straighten it or blow dry it or whatever. So this is a really good product as well. I think I'm gonna throw this in my beach bag this summer, just because my hair gets really, really frizzy, and this kind of tames it down, but it still like makes it look super nice and wavy. So this is another product that I really like. The next is going to be sunglasses. Okay, so I got into sunglasses recently. I was never really into it. I've always had aviators and whatever, and I've never also been a person that's really into like name brand sunglasses, just because, I don't know, it's just not my thing. I'd rather spend money elsewhere. I mean, if you are, then that's great. I just always lose mine, and I just don't see the point to it. But recently, I was on Snapchat, and Melissa Rodriguez was talking about Sunglass Spot, and I was like, I've never heard of it. She's like, it's really good brand. It's similar in quality to Quay. And blah, 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 blah. She just really liked them, and she was showing some of the styles that she was getting, and I was like, ooh, I'm interested. So I went onto the site and I picked out 2 pairs, and they came in, and I really, really liked them. And the best part is I think they were like $5 each. I know. This is the first pair, and I really like them. how cute are they? They're aviators, but they kind of have like that cat eye flick. And dude, I'm obsessed. I love these. I love, 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 love. The next pair that I got, and they come like in a cute little bag. I really like them. These are a little bit more avant-garde. And I still like them though. Oh, they're little cat eyes, and I'm obsessed. I hate when people say that, but I'm really obsessed with these sunglasses. So definitely check out Sunglass Spot. The shipping was pretty fast. I think it was like $5 shipping as well. Apparently a lot of people know about it, but I just found out. I would have never found out about it if it wasn't for Melissa. So shout out to Melissa for introducing me to the website. They came in a box like this as well. Okay, lastly that I want to mention are 2 books that I have been reading that you guys seem to be a little bit interested in the books that I was reading, so I thought I'd mention these. I don't know if I mentioned this book before. If I have, forgive me, but I never finished it. I started this book months ago and I never finished it. I've gone back and reread the whole thing again. And I'm really, really, really into this book, into this story. I think it's a really powerful story. It's a story about a girl who loses her mom, and she just loses herself, and she decides to go on this journey down the Pacific Crest Trail to just find herself, and she does in between. And you think it's going to be a super boring book, that it's just about, you know, wilderness and whatever, but it's not. It's definitely a really powerful and emotional book, and as I'm almost done with it. I'm like almost done with it, but as I've continued to read it, I don't know, it just gives me chills, some of the things that she says. So I definitely recommend it. It's definitely a good book. I know that there's a movie out with Reese Witherspoon, and I've seen it and I really like it, but I definitely recommend the book as well. It's just a really good story. The next book that I want to talk about is called The Lover's Dictionary, and this is by David Leviathan. Levithan? I don't know how to say his last name. This is by Cheryl Strayed. FYI. So this is by David Leviathan, and this book is really interesting because it's actually a dictionary. So there's a word and then it's a definition, but instead of defining it you know, like what it is in real life, like in a real dictionary, it defines it in the form of a love story. So this is a love story, but he makes a whole dictionary based on their love story, like the rise and the fall of their love story. So you know, like a word like arduous, you know, arduous means it's tough times, and then it says, sometimes during sex I wish there was a button on the small of your back that I could press and cause you to be done with it already. You know what I mean? So he's saying it was, having sex with her was just, it was a hassle. I don't know why I picked that word. I swear to God, it just came up on the page. But it's such a good book because it never mentions her name, it never mentions his name, but you just get a sense of their personalities so well, and you get to know her personality, his personality, just through definitions of what he thinks their love meant. So I really, really enjoy this book. I recommend it. It's a really short novel. Like, I've been flying through it, and I just got it like maybe not even a week ago. So another book I recommend, and I heard about this book through Still Glamorous. She mentioned it, or I saw it in one of her posts, and I automatically wanted to read it. So definitely recommend that book. Okay, and my camera's dying. And the last favorite is my nose ring. And I mentioned that why I got it last video, but I'm really proud of myself. Like, I've always wanted it, and I've always been a chicken, and lately I've just been into just doing what you want to do. You know, if you want to dye your hair black, cut it short, just do it. If you want to go travel, just go for it. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of the vibes that I've been, I don't know, giving out or putting out into the world lately. So I don't know, every time I see it, I'm like, yes girl, you did it, you finally did it. And it was just one of those things that I was always scared of, didn't think that I could pull off, but you know what, YOLO. YOLO all the way. Like, you only live once, and I'm not the one for regret. So anyway, so yeah, that is my current favorites. I hope this video isn't too long. If it is, I'm sorry, but I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you enjoyed chatting with me. I love you guys so much. I will see you in my next video.